It's art time! Hello everyone, my name is Teacher Gabby. I am a local art teacher in Madera, California. Spring is coming and so is St. Patrick's Day. We recently received a few showers of rain here and there. Did you look outside your window searching for a rainbow? If you saw one, then you are lucky. With that being said, are you ready for our art class? Throughout the video, you will learn art vocabulary words from the elements of art, such as colors, lines, shapes, texture, and so much more. Okay, friends, are you ready to create and have fun? Oh, lucky you! Let's begin! In today's lesson, you will learn how to design a golden pot falling from the sky with a 3D rainbow and gold coins. The materials that you will need for today are a pencil with an eraser. You may use a ruler for your straight lines, some scissors, a glue stick, or some tape so you can tape things together, and many art materials such as color pencils, markers, acrylic paints, watercolors, or anything that you have nearby. These are some of the materials that I will use. For this art project, you will need 2 pieces of paper. On your first paper, go ahead and grab your ruler or something straight with a straight edge, such as a book or a box, anything that has a hard, straight edge, so you can grab your paper, your ruler, and a pencil and draw 7 lines. By drawing 7 lines, you are actually creating 6 rows, 6 colors that we are going to focus on from the rainbow. We are going to focus on the cool colors and the warm colors. For the rainbow, I decided to use, for the cool colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. We will keep indigo in the blue category. And this is actually the order of the rainbow. Let's begin! For this part, you can color the rainbow with any art materials you have. You can use color pencils, markers, crayons, watercolors, any colors you have that are also the same colors of the rainbow. We will begin with the warm colors. The first color that we are going to be using is red. One down, 5 more to go. The next color that we are going to be using is orange. Make sure you take your time and every single spot is colored. Just relax and enjoy the process. Now the final warm color is the yellow. Grab your yellow and start coloring away. Now you're all done with your warm colors. Now continuing with the rest of the colors, we will use the green color up next. The green is a cool color, and so is the blue. Here you go. And last but not least, let's move on to the last cool color and the last color of the rainbow, which is the color purple. Go ahead and finish coloring your last row with any type of purple color that you might have. Now you have your rainbow all complete. Well done! Right next to your rainbow, you should have a big section of white empty space. So go ahead and grab any green art supplies you have. You may use green markers, green color pencils, green acrylic paint, or any type of green paint, or even a green pen. Now that you have all of your green materials, let's begin. First, I am going to use the lightest green color pencil I have and do random green marks here and there all throughout my white piece of paper, the section that I have available for that. You don't have to color the whole section with the same color because you are going to use other types of color pencils, markers, or crayons to fill in the rest of the white spots you left behind. Now you see me using a green pen and also doing the same thing, marking here, there, and over there. Once you're all done using your pen, go ahead and grab another color pencil. It could be the same color pencil that you were using for your first layer on top of your second layer, like so, and then grab a different shade of green, such as this dark green. After the color pencils, you can also use markers. Here I have this lime green marker that I'm going over everywhere, making some lines here and there to bring a pop of bright color. To give texture and some dimension into this painting, well, into this art project, we are going to use acrylic paint. I am dabbing with the acrylic paint some spots here and there. Once I have scattered the paint, I grab my bowl with clean water. And with a paintbrush, I am wetting the paintbrush first, then going into the paper and wetting it, allowing the paint to spread and be moved from areas. With your wet brush, just dance your paintbrush on top of your paper, making lines, circles, and swivels here and there. There's no way you can make mistakes here. Just have fun and make this paper really bright and bold with different shades of green. Look how colorful this paper looks, just like that, all by itself, with your help. Great! Now, go ahead and grab your second piece of paper, a fresh start. The first step here is to make an oval, but one side of the oval not closed. Make sure it has a wide opening like this one. Then, go ahead and draw a straight line closing the opening. Then, we are going to make two angled small lines on each side and a straight line to close them as well. Once you have the pot completed, go ahead and draw a line to make the belt, just for design. Now at the center, we are going to draw two small lines and then a small rectangle for the buckle. Once you have that completed, the next step is to draw several circles. Some of them can be small, others can be slightly even smaller, and others big. So you can have small, medium, and big. To show all of the coins falling from the pot. Some of them can be very close and others behind, changing the format and the shape of your coins. Make sure you spread your circles everywhere, from the left side of your paper to the right side of your paper. Towards the bottom of the page, I am drawing the biggest circles for the biggest coins. Here is what we are going to do next. You are going to start from the top of your coin and make a small curved line like thin moons. And then you are going to draw really small lines across, so the coin can actually look like it's 3D. Moving from side to side as it's falling down. Just like you saw in the first 2 or 3 examples, we are going to draw an S and a line straight in the middle. This is the money sign for the gold coins. I know that drawing S's could be a little bit repetitive, but don't worry, just keep on going and think of it as if you are meditating. Here you have repetition, drawing something over and over again, like you did with the coins and now with the money sign. Depending on how many coins you drew, that will depend on how long you will be here, drawing S's. Now, when you are done with that step, go ahead and draw, like I showed you, the thin moon-shaped line on the side of the coin to give the coin some dimension. You can draw it on the left side or on the right side, making the coins fall in different directions and changing as they are falling. Once you're all done with the step, we are going to color in the coins. In my case, I'm going to use watercolors. I'm using my watercolors, a bowl of water, and a paintbrush. Like I said, you can use colored pencils, crayons, or markers if you don't have paint. If you are going to use paint, go ahead and wet your brush first so it's not dry. Now here you see me adding some water into my watercolor. And very softly I am moving it, making the water and the paint blend. Once I have that, I am able to go into my paper and start painting. The paper that I'm actually using is not watercolor paper, it is copy paper for the printer. And the reason the paper is not curling or turning wavy is because I'm not using that much water. I used enough water to put onto the paint so I can spread it all over the paper, but not get it very wet. You see how in this coin, I was able to paint it and spread it with the water. As soon as I was finished painting it, the water pretty much dried. So here I added more water into the yellow paint, and with my brush, very softly and gentle, I move my brush side to side to mix the water with the paint, and this way I don't damage my brush. Then I just go back and forth, grabbing some of the colored water from the paint and going back to my paper. Remember how we did the first step of this project? And in the other paper, we were using different types of green to make an abstract textured pattern. Well, here you can do the same if you want. You can paint some of the coins with yellow color pencil, yellow crayon, and yellow paint, or even a yellow highlighter, so you can get several types of yellow coins. With the same yellow, I am coloring in the buckle. If you are ready to use a different color, make sure you clean your brush first with the water so you don't mix the colors. Here, I'm putting my brush into the black. I mixed it with water. And now, I am going to paint the top part of the black pot. Great, now the top part is complete. Moving on, I'm going to grab more water with my brush, add it into the paint, and move it side to side, very gentle. Then the next step is to paint the bottom part of the pot, which right now is our top part of the paper. Be careful not to mix the black with the yellow. If you want to make it darker, you can wait for the first layer to dry and then go back and add a second layer of black paint to make it darker. Once you are all done, make sure you clean your brush with the water so you can have your brush clean and ready for the next color if you want to continue painting later on. For the belt part, I am using a green marker to color in the belt instead of paint, so I didn't mix the paints together. Great job! Keep up the good work. We are halfway there. Great job! Look how good your paper looks. Now let's move this aside and bring back the first paper we colored together, the one with the rainbow and the abstract green area. Now here is where you take out your scissors. Be very careful, especially if you're using long scissors like mine. Carefully cut the strips of color, following the line, like this. Here is the purple, the blue, the green, the yellow, the orange, and the red. The last piece is extra, so you can go ahead and throw that away. Great job! Now grab your strips and cut the sides of all of them, whatever you left uncolored. For this part, it doesn't matter if some of your color lines are going to be smaller, shorter, or longer than others. Great, you're all done. Now grab your extra little pieces and throw them away. For this step, grab a strip, any color you want. We are going to start folding them to make the 3D rainbow. Start by folding a small square. Then slowly start folding the paper backwards, turning the paper into a little zigzag. Once you are all done, make sure you press all of the folds very well. And then unfold it, but not all of the way. You really want to keep the zigzag form. Don't worry if it wasn't perfect. We are not looking for perfection here. We just want to have some texture. Once you are all done, go ahead and grab another color and start doing the same thing. And unfold. Good! Great job! Three are done, and 3 more to go. Okay, here's the last one. Great job! They are all complete. Now let's move them aside. And bring back your green piece of paper. With your green piece of paper, cut some thick strips. Not this part. This part is just extra. But cut some thick pieces, like this. And then I'm going to show you how we are going to fold them to make the 4-leaf clovers. Grab your paper and fold it in half. Then in half again. You want to have 4 rectangles. Like this. Then put it aside. Grab your second piece of paper and do the same steps. Fold it in half and in half again. And then your last piece. Depending on how many strips you cut, you can do 3 or 4 4-leaf clovers. I am doing 3. Here I cut this one out of the frame. I cut them into heart shapes. Here I am setting them up so you can see how they are going to look on your paper. Like that. For this second section, I'm going to show you step by step. You can grab your rectangles, your paper folded into the 4 pieces you did, and cut the edges, the corners. Cut them like a V. And then for the top part, cut an M. And this is how you can cut hearts. Here you can start arranging them so you can see how and where you want to glue them or place them into your paper. I cut the last one out of frame as well. Now that you see how big they are, you can decide whether you want to create more or just use the ones you have made already. Once your work area is clean, bring back your paper with your pot of gold and grab your glue stick or tape. Whatever you are going to use to glue your strips of color to the pot. This purple glue stick I have, the purple will not stay, it will turn clear. Now let's go ahead and start grabbing our strips of color. We are placing them in order, from the warm colors to the cool color. First is red, orange, yellow, then green, blue and purple. Make sure your colors are actually spread out a little bit and not just straight down. Your art project should look something like this. If you want to make some arrangements, right now is the time before the glue dries. See where you have your biggest areas that are clear so you can glue your 4-leaf clover. Right here I drew a circle or an oval of glue, and then I am placing my hearts all around it, making sure I have room for all of the 4 shapes. Make sure you add pressure in the center so they can all stick very well. On the edges of the hearts, well, at the top, I am curling them so they can pop out of the page. I'm trying to be very careful to not unstick them. Now find another area and do the same steps. For this one, I actually mixed all of my hearts. I'm adding some of the hearts that are smaller and some bigger. If you need to add more glue, you may do that right now. Oh no, the glue is rolling away from me. I got it. Okay, so let's do the final step. I am doing 3, but if you have more paper and if you have more space, you can go ahead and add more 4-leaf clovers. We are almost done. Your paper is looking very bright, very colorful, very good. Well done! We did it! Now you may go ahead and grab a green color pencil, pen, marker, or crayon. In this case, I am using my marker. And I am drawing the stem. Here is one. Let's go ahead and draw the second one over here. They can go in different directions. And now the final one. I'm going to place it right here. Look how great our paper looks! Right here I tried to add a few lines, but you can't really tell because there is green everywhere. So I just left it like that, but if you want, you can make some lines with a black marker or black pen. I know this project had several steps, but it was all worth it. Look how great it looks. You have 2-dimension and 3-dimension properties here. Wherever you have space, go ahead and write Happy St. Patrick's Day. Or you can leave it like that. It is all up to you. Don't forget to put your signature somewhere where you have space. I am looking for space right here. Teacher Gabby. I really hope you all enjoyed this project as much as I did. It was super bright, colorful, and fun. Ta-da! We are officially done. Great job, everybody. Thank you for watching everything and following every single step along the way. I wish you all the best. Remember to have fun and be creative. And most important, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Teacher Gabby.